This is Burnie, and I am with Mike. Just get you over here. Hi, how you doing? I'm with Mike. You know, hey, this is Mike right here.
Hello.
And we were in the middle of doing a podcast, and we thought we'd get on Periscope, and we have a specific question for you all out there. What do you watch on TV? We want to know what you watch on TV, so we can just have a gauge of, like, is it science? Is it drama? What kind of TV do you like? Let us know. We I can give you an idea for me. When we're at home, my wife, she loves movies. She likes the kids' movies. She likes everything like that. And I enjoy that too. But given the druthers, I'll probably watch science. I'll probably watch how does the universe work.
When my wife and I are watching something together, it tends to be kind of like the competition shows. So American Idol, The Voice, So You Think You Can
reality.
Dance. Yeah, not reality. Not
hardcore. Not hardcore reality.
Not like the slap and fight reality, but like the competition reality, which are interesting, and it tends to be some like common ground where, we both like singing or performing, so that's something we can both agree on. Where it comes to actual shows, we just have different tastes.
Right.
She likes procedurals, and I tend to like kind of, I guess, either slightly offbeat dramas or apocalyptic stuff. So like I like The Walking Dead, I liked Lost, I like some science stuff, Mythbusters and that kind of thing.
Right.
Whereas she tends to really like things like CSI and Scandal and what's that one? So You Got Away with Murder or whatever that show is.
Yeah.
How to Get Away with Murder.
There's a bunch of murder ones on.
So
there's a bunch of murders.
So we just have different tastes,
right,
for not good or bad. Just that she likes one type of show, I like another.
Right.
But those are the things we watch, and then really, I think where we each spend most of our time is online and on online videos and stuff.
Well, that's pretty interesting too, because I was just saying, when there's a commercial that comes on, the first thing, and probably why I'm watching the show, I've got my phone in my hand and I'm perusing Facebook or LinkedIn or whatever's out there and going for interactivity.
Yep.
There's another thing too I just thought of. And when I mentioned what I like to watch,
right.
You know what I mean? I have a tendency to lie about it and tell you what I watched last night. I watched an hour and a half of Finding Bigfoot. Now, there is not a chance in hell I'm going to learn anything from that show. You know what I mean?
You might learn where Bigfoot isn't.
And you consistently, every show, learn where that is.
That's not a special. That's a show. That's a series.
Oh yeah, Finding Bigfoot. It's a series.
Wow.
I mean, they obviously are not going to find Bigfoot. You know what I mean? It may or may not exist.
So this sounds like a guilty pleasure thing now. Like
it is. But I think this is my point. What do you really watch on TV?
Right.
What do you really watch on TV?
I watch, if we're being honest, I watch and rewatch Storage Wars. Even though I know it's fake, you can tell, you can see right through the fake stuff.
It's so fake. Yeah.
But there's something about the magical little formula they've made up in the way they cut it and the way the characters are. The characters are just likable enough. Right.
Exactly.
And you're still, whether or not it's real stuff, you're still seeing stuff, and it's fake. You know that they don't find a $5,000 gem in every locker.
They pre-buy the lockers,
or they bring a thing that they found elsewhere into a locker and stage it.
I'm sure.
But it's fun because
still you watch it. Pawn Stars is the same way.
I've fallen out of that one, but I used to watch
Pawn Stars. Everything is controlled. Everything is controlled in that show. What they bring in.
What do you watch? One viewer that we have right now. Who are you? Oh, we don't even have your name. But if you're watching us right now.
Yeah. What do you watch? Tell us what you watch. Tell us what you're our one viewer. You tell us what you watch. It's okay. No one will judge you here.
It's just us. It's just the three of us.
Another thing is that that my wife's big one is Bigfoot. Now, I watch the universe shows. I do that. Netflix. I know a lot of people watch Netflix, have been watching it for years.
Yeah.
We have just gotten into that, and I would have to say most of our selections on Netflix are documentaries.
Sure. Well, there's a ton of documentaries on Netflix. That's where a lot of documentaries get released.
Yeah.
And that's just a ton of what was available for a long time on streaming. And still, my biggest problem with Netflix is that the streaming still only has a small fraction of what's available. And there's a ton of stuff out there, especially new releases, where if you want the newest stuff or if you want a lot of back catalog stuff that just isn't available for streaming, you have to have the disc subscription too.
Yeah.
And so it gets expensive. It becomes like a $17 a month.
Yeah, I
thing
know. I don't like that. I don't like that.
But you know, maybe eventually they'll have it all streaming.
Have to
I know
tell
it's a rights issue.
And speaking of just being brutally honest here about what you watch, you know what I have actually watched, and I'd never watched this before, the last couple of weeks, TMZ.
No,
TMZ.
I gotta go.
No, come back.
I actively avoid celebrity gossip shows.
I've got something to say.
No, not to single out TMZ.
I've got something to say here. I've got something to say here. You're right. It's paparazzi TV. That's just exactly what it is. But look at the format of that show, and that's what I find interesting.
Seen it.
That's what I find interesting.
It's them sitting around.
It's a group of vultures. Okay, it's a murder of crows. It's a chicken coop. You know what I mean?
Right.
Of them talking about the different things.
Right. The show is them talking about what's going to be on the show.
They are the show.
Right.
You know what I mean? These little clips that they show are fairly uninteresting if you look at them.
Right.
But the take that they make on it is fairly good. That's what I find interesting. And this comes back to the group dynamic of that's what's interesting, is the interaction of the group is more interesting. Watch.
Right.
Finding Bigfoot. Is what they do there is they have these little pop-ups on the thing where while they're talking and you're hearing the people talk and doing their dialogue on the show, the other characters pop up with a little pop-up that disses the person who's talking. You know what I mean? Which is pretty entertaining.
Now is that on first run or is that like after an episode has run?
No, that's on first run. First run.
Really?
Yeah, first run.
That is an interesting dynamic.
So that is a dynamic which is like the old Sci-Fi Theater 2000 or whatever with a
Mystery Science Theater 3000.
Okay, thank you. That was always something that made that work really well, I thought. You know, it was something like that. And so that's
it's content within content. It's pop-up video.
And maybe that is maybe we're onto something here. That is the thing that has it. Storage Wars, for example, is the old style of where, hey, wait a minute, what's this? Cut to commercial. Right?
Right.
You know what I mean? Or the Pawn Stars, oh, I haven't seen one of those before.
Let's get an expert to look at it. Cut to commercial.
Exactly.
Yeah. That
expert, man, they got to be in the parking lot. Those people,
they just live in the back.
Yeah, totally. So then
I bet people who really go to pawn shops now are really disappointed when they never bring in experts. So when the guy just goes, "Yeah, I'll give you $50 for a guitar."
Are you going to call the expert?
No, it's not how.
There is no expert. I'm the expert. And another thing on Pawn Stars, because I got a couple friends who shoot that show, is they have built an entire store in the back to shoot the show. So the store you're seeing in the show is not the actual store, because
it used to be, at least in the earlier seasons. I've been there.
Oh yeah, it was. But you know why? They merchandise.
Right. Just show merchandise.
Just selling merchandise. Just selling Pawn Stars merchandise.
Wow.
So they can't afford to close the store to do the show. So they built another place in the back to shoot the show.
That's funny.
Yeah. So anyway, I'll tell you what. This is probably it for us. We're going to sign off, but we're interested. We're going to be back. We want to know what you like to watch on TV, and just take a cue from us. You can't say anything that shocks us because we have the worst taste in the world. At least I do. Mike's probably a little bit more snobby than I am, but I have horrible taste. All right. Thanks a lot.
Bye.
Talk to you soon.